Welcome back everyone. Hope we're all doing fine. So in our last class we talked about heading and paragraph. So I'll be talking about the BR tag. So BR tag is actually for spacing, where if you look at the coding, the last coding I did, you see we have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6, and this is paragraph. So you can have as many paragraphs as you want, but heading, you look at your heading 1 is bolder than your heading 2, and your heading 2 is bolder than heading 3. So heading 6 is the smallest, while heading 1 is the boldest. So for instance, now if you look at the space between the heading 1 and heading 2 is not that much, so there's a space between them. So if you want more space between your heading 1 and heading 2, the tag we use is called BR tag. The tag we use is called BR tag. So for instance, I want to give it more space. For instance, even in your VS Code, even though you do enter and you give it as many space as you want, the space still remain the same. Remember, each time you do your coding, you have to save. If you go back to your Chrome and you check, you see that that space did not affect your coding. That enter that you did not affect your coding. So there is what we call the BR tag. So for example, if I add a BR tag here, BR tag, you see, and I save, remember the BR tag is between heading 2 and heading 3. Once I go to my browser and I refresh, you observe that there's a space. So the BR tag is for spacing, if you want to space your code. So the more space you want, the more BR tag you add. You see, the more I add the BR tag, I can save, go back to my browser and refresh. You see, the more I use the BR tag, the more space I have. So that is how to do for your BR tag. Thank you.